Was it difficult as a woman getting in sports?
Shooting was not a very popular sport. Hardly people knew about it. People did ask questions to my parents that why are you putting your daughter into such a sport and what is the benefit of that?
You think like they're getting a good platform, the government is doing enough, or it can be improved?
At the grassroots level, where we need to pick up talent and polish the talent, refine the talent, I think that is where our country or where our system is still lacking. And every athlete, he has that dream that when you win a medal and the national flag is being hoisted.
And before shooting, what goes on in your mind?
A lot goes in our minds because you're representing your country and you know that so many crore people are watching you.
How did you think of going into police?
Earlier I was working in Air India.
Okay.
So when we got this opportunity of serving in Punjab, so I grabbed the opportunity.
What is the most memorable thing in policing like?
Your training period is very memorable when you are training for 1 year in the academy, police academy. So you make good memories and you get into being a police officer.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, and today we have a very special guest with us, Miss Avneet Kaur Sidhu. She is an Olympian. She is a medalist at the Commonwealth, at the Asian Games. She is an Arjuna awardee, which is a huge thing. She is also a PPS officer. So it's our pleasure to have her on our show today, and we're gonna ask her a lot of questions about her personal life, about shooting, about police. So let's dig into this podcast. Hi Avneet.
Hi.
It's amazing to have you on the show with us today.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much.
So I've been reading so much about you.
Yeah.
You do so many things. You're an Arjuna awardee. You're a PPS officer.
Yes.
You're an Olympian. How do you do all this?
I guess God has been kind to me. I believe it's all inside you. You just have to work hard, and moreover, I believe that women are very good at multitasking. So I think it's just your inner desire, inner passion which drives you to do so many things. Yeah.
We would love to dig into your start. How did it start? Was it always you wanted to get into shooting?
No, I actually, when I was in school, I was never into sports at all.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was a very studious girl, digging into books all the time, and I wanted to clear the UPSC exam. So that was my childhood aim.
Okay.
But I'm a strong believer in destiny, and I also believe in God's blessings. So I believe God turned my path.
Okay. And
so and
so shooting happened naturally.
Yeah, shooting happened, and quite late also.
Okay.
It was during my graduation first year that I started shooting.
Okay.
So generally kids start like around 13-14 years of age, but I was like 19 or 20 when I started shooting. Yeah. So that's how my mother was working in the Smesh Girls College, Badal. It's a very small village near our hometown, Bathinda.
Okay.
So I also took admission over there for a year because I wanted to go somewhere out and study, but circumstances took me there.
Yeah.
So there shooting was started. So it was a very new sport, very exciting sport. And I guess Punjabis are fond of guns and all. So I just took to it as a hobby.
Okay.
So there were no serious goals at that time when I started. But as and when I started shooting good, I went to my first nationals. I scored really well over there. And then something clicked inside me that you have this talent inside you. So let's refine it, let's polish it. So then I pursued it very seriously.
Nice.
Yeah.
So how did you balance academics, shooting, and still staying true to yourself? How did you manage all this?
I think it has been inside me all throughout. I always wanted to be the best wherever I am, put in my best foot forward, whatever task I'm doing. So I was very good at studies also. So I ensured that I do not, linger behind in studies while I'm pursuing my sport. So all this was possible with time management. I divided my day. We have 24 hours, so I divided those 24 hours very fruitfully, very carefully. I planned it, and there was a fixed time for everything. So it was
Yeah.
discipline which led me through following both of these things. I was the
Yeah.
topper in my college throughout.
Okay.
I was also the best shooter in my college, and then discipline, time management,
Yeah.
focus. So all these things helped me to manage both of them really
Yeah.
well. Yeah.
One thing I noticed about Avneet is that she is so humble and so down to earth. So I want to ask you, after all the fame and the recognition you have got,
Yeah.
how do you keep yourself so grounded and humble?
I think I have been brought up like that. My parents gave me really good values. So my family has always been very supportive, and I have grown up seeing them, observing them, watching them, how they deal with other people. So I think these are some intrinsic values, which maybe I carried myself,
Yeah.
and which my parents also taught me. And moreover, I believe it's very important to stay connected to your roots
Yeah.
from where you started. So I'm always grateful, and because the fame comes with a lot of hard work, and if you remember where you started from, your struggle,
Yeah, you always.
so you're always grateful and you're always rooted to the ground. And I
Yeah.
believe that it's humility that takes you forward.
Yeah, I think we all should actually learn from you.
Thank you.
be
I'm
so-
still learning myself.
But when you started, was it difficult as a woman getting in sports? I mean, as a female, did you face any challenges?
I would say because at that point of time, it's like around, I'm talking about 20, 25 years
Yeah.
ago. So early 2000s. So at that time, in this part of Punjab, shooting was not a very popular sport. Hardly people knew about it. And people did ask questions to my parents that why are you putting your
Yeah.
daughter into such a
Yeah.
sport, and what
Yeah.
is the benefit of that?
Yeah.
But I think I've been blessed to have such a progressive family. They supported me throughout.
Yeah.
They believed in my dreams, helped me to fulfill my dreams. So not exactly the challenges in terms of sport, I must say, because we had very less infrastructure at that time. So we didn't have world-class infrastructure to train in Punjab.
Okay.
So that was, I can say it a challenge. But as a female, yeah, people did ask questions, but because I had a very supportive, the back of my journey, my parents were there, so I didn't actually face such.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what about the current scenario in India
Yeah.
with female sports women?
Yeah.
You think like they're getting a good platform, the government is doing enough, or it can be improved?
Over the years, things have really improved a lot for good, I must say. Government has come out really well, in support of athletes. But I think at the grassroots level, where we need to pick up talent and polish the talent, refine the talent, I think that is where our country or where our system is still lacking. So it has come out really well. Like top athletes, they receive all the cash, all the financial support, monetary support. We have corporate sector pinching in. So they have a lot of support, and even after winning, you get a lot of recognition, awards,
Yeah.
cash awards, and different kinds.
Yeah.
But at the grassroots level, especially in the rural areas,
Yeah.
where we have so much talent, and we
Yeah.
can identify and pick those talent, train that talent, and turn them into world champions.
Yeah.
I think that part is still missing. Yeah.
I would love to tell the audience that Avneet has 100 medals.
Yeah, maybe somewhere
more?
around 100. Yeah.
So which is your favorite, most memorable?
I think every medal has its own journey. Every
No
medal is
favorite?
special, It's because the first medal is favorite when you first win a medal, and then when you win a medal for
Yeah.
India, I think that should be the favorite because you work for that, you work hard for that, and you dream
But
about
no
that.
particular?
I can say Commonwealth and Asian Games. They
You
are my
got
favorite.
gold
Yeah, gold.
in Commonwealth
Commonwealth.
and in Asian Games?
Asian Games bronze and gold and silver in Commonwealth.
Wow.
So I think every athlete, he has that dream that when you win a medal and the national flag is being hoisted
Yeah.
and national anthem is being played, so that's a very very proud
Feel
moment.
very proud.
So that makes that medal extra special.
Yeah. But in your journey, any special moment
Yeah, lots of special moments. Like when you play for India, then we qualify for the Olympics, and then representing your country at the highest stage
Yeah.
of the world. The highest sporting stage. So those are really special moments, and every experience teaches you something.
Yeah.
So it has been a long journey, and so many proud and special moments have been there. Yeah.
And before shooting,
Yeah.
what goes on in your mind right before?
a lot goes in our minds because you're representing your country, and you
Yeah.
know that so many crore people are watching you, and you
Yeah.
carry the weight of their
It must be
expectations.
overwhelming.
Yeah, it is overwhelming, but then you have to train your mind to
Yeah.
absorb that anxiety. In sports we say that we need an optimum pressure, an ideal level of pressure
Yeah.
to perform. If there is no pressure, you don't perform well.
Yeah.
And there is a lot of pressure,
You might
then
just crack.
Yeah. So there's an ideal amount of pressure which is required to perform a good match or shoot a
Yeah.
good match. So we're always working to get into that zone.
But a night before, do you get jitters?
Yeah, we do get jitters, and you have to accept that it's natural. It's happening with everybody. Even the
Yeah.
world champion is facing it. Even the beginner is facing it. So
Yeah.
you're all on the same stage. Only the one who controls that day, that pressure well, handles the pressure well, he or she wins.
Yeah.
So it's
you
all about-
handled it very well, I must say.
Yeah. So you're trained to handle that pressure. You learn through mental
Yeah.
training, through meditation, so many other techniques.
But do you still practice shooting?
I don't practice it professionally now because since I joined the police,
Yeah.
so I'm into my police duty now. But I always keep myself updated with all the matches that are going at the world stage, at the
Yeah.
Indian stage, and I'm in touch with all my shooting mates also.
Yeah.
So it's good to stay in touch, and I love them performing when they win medals. So it's
Who's
really
your favorite sports person other than yourself?
yeah, lot of them. Like I admire all the sports persons. In shooting, I can say nowadays we have a young girl from Punjab, Sift Samra. She's doing really well. She's from Faridkot. And then otherwise, I love watching tennis also. So Nadal and all, they have been my
Yeah.
favorite. But now I'm not very up to date with the latest ones, but I do watch Wimbledon or French Open finals and all. So I love watching every sports person, who's doing well. Sometimes some sports, they don't get so much of publicity. But then through social media, you get to know of them.
Yeah,
And
but-
especially even the Para-Olympics, we see
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
para-athletes
Yeah,
are doing
that's
well.
so
They are
good.
so inspiring. So everyone inspires you in their
Yeah.
own way. Yeah.
But any sports person you feel who is underrated and deserves to be more like?
I can't pick one now. We can find so many of them,
Yeah.
we find so many of them in different sports. But only once they achieve something big, so then, everyone is singing praises about them. But otherwise, at the initial stages, I feel basically sport, I can say.
Yeah.
Like many sports, they're underrated, because India is a cricket loving nation.
Yeah.
So although it's changing now, people love sports persons from other sports also. But then I feel that at some point, very many other sports like wrestling, boxing, even shooting at times, now there are many good shooters who are doing well, but they go unrecognized.
Yeah.
And even athletes.
But India
So-
has a lot of talent.
A lot of talent, lot of potential. So, yeah.
But how did you think of going into police? How did that happen?
As I told you, since childhood, I always wanted to clear the UPSC exam
Okay.
and be there. And I used to read all the interviews of the toppers,
Yeah.
and I thought that I will top the exam, and that was my
Yeah.
aim. So, but then shooting happened. So
Yeah.
when I was doing my graduation, so I had to choose later on
Yeah.
whether to pursue with the sport or do some professional degree or go into a
Yeah.
academic career.
Yeah.
So obviously I chose sports at that time. It was a major decision of my life, and I'm happy that I chose sports. But then I always wanted to be in the services also. So in Punjab government, we have a policy where they recruit top achieving sports persons into police.
Okay.
So they give them direct DSP jobs. So that is how I entered, and I chose. Earlier I was working in Air India.
Okay.
So when we got this opportunity of serving in Punjab, so I grabbed the opportunity.
Yeah, it's
and
a
I
great
joined. Yeah.
thing that you're doing. But what is more fulfilling?
Like sports or police?
Yeah.
I think both have their own passion. Sports
Yeah.
is like something very meditative, you know. It's you are shooting and the process of
Yeah.
and the whole journey and the team, playing with the
Yeah.
team, and then
Yeah.
interacting with so many people, traveling,
Yeah.
going through failures and
Yeah.
successes. So I think that part of my career, sports career, it prepared me for my police career also, because police every day is challenging.
It is, yeah.
And
I'm
every
sure.
day you're facing a new challenge. It's very
Yeah,
unpredictable. You
yeah.
never know what crime takes place, and then you are investigating it, inquiring
Yeah.
it. So I love both of them. I love
Yeah.
both my roles, because that as a sports person and as a police officer, you are serving the state, serving the country in some form.
Yeah.
So I think that both of them are very satisfying.
Yeah, both of them are very fulfilling.
Very
for you.
fulfilling, yeah.
What is the most memorable thing in policing, like police
Yeah.
journey?
I think police journey is still going on, still a long way to go, but there are so many memorable moments, you know. Your training period is very memorable when you're training for 1 year in the academy, police academy. So you make good memories and you
Yeah.
get into being a police officer,
Yeah.
adapting to a new discipline, new code of conduct. So that's very memorable. And then policing, you know, every day solving a crime, you know, some serious crime,
Yeah.
and then you are able to solve it fast and doing the teamwork. I think everything is very memorable. So
Nice.
you make new memories and new experiences. So whole journey is really rewarding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in the future? Like,
I think I see myself as a police officer working hard
Yeah.
every day and trying to learn every day, not being complacent all the time, learning to improve myself and serving people. And I wish that I get good chances to serve the public and do justice to my
Yeah.
job. Yeah.
okay. So how do you unwind after a heavy day at work?
I have a daughter. I have a 12-year-old daughter.
Okay.
So I love spending time with her,
Yeah.
and then I love working out and listening to music, reading. So all these things, they help me unwind. Yeah.
And traveling as well.
Traveling as well. Whenever I get an opportunity, I love to travel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Anything you would love to tell our audience about yourself, about your journey?
Yeah.
Something special you would like to share with us?
I think what I have observed, learned as a part of my growth, you know,
Yeah.
I think we keep growing every day. And if I look back at myself 10 years ago, I would say I was a little different person. And internally, personally, I have grown so much. But I would just like to tell people that you need to have faith in the journey and not give up at any time, you know.
Yeah.
Because in sometimes your journey is all about the choices you make.
Yeah.
And you should be proud of the choices you make,
Yeah.
because even if it was not a good choice, it will teach you something.
Yeah, and that's what you
So-
wanted that time.
Yeah, that is what you wanted that time. But just you have to work hard and believe in your dreams and your journey, and take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
We do need to set goals, because I am always a goal setter, you know, short term and long term goals. But then you have to take it one day at a time.
Yeah.
So you have to take each day as a new experience, as a new learning experience, and be grateful and be positive.
Yeah.
No, I think being positive, you know, today's world is so fast with all the social media and technology
Yeah.
coming in, and we are exposed to so much of information. But I think somewhere in all that chaos, you know, you have to be aware of yourself. Self-awareness, I believe, is
You
very,
need to
very
really
important.
ground yourself.
Yeah, need to ground yourself, and then enjoy your life, because, you know, life is short
Yeah.
and unpredictable. So I think follow your goals with hard work, passion, dedication. But I think don't forget to live life, you know.
Yeah.
So that is what I have learned in my journey. And you keep growing every day. You can't
Yeah.
just reach one spot. You should always be prepared. Like, okay, what next now?
Yeah.
So there should be something to look forward to all the time.
So if you have to say something to 16-year-old Avneet,
Yeah.
if you look back, what are you gonna tell her?
No, I will say that I'm proud of her. Yeah. Because she always, if I look back at myself, like when I was 16, 17, so I was very focused and dedicated. And I think I wouldn't want to change anything,
Yeah.
because I believe everything has taught me something, whether it's negative or positive, whether you make mistakes.
Yeah.
I have learned, and I'm the person I am today. It's because of everything that I have gone through in my life.
Yeah.
So I think every experience shapes you. So I'll say I'm proud of her.
Yeah. Well, how was the feeling when you got the Arjuna Award? It must be like
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, that's also a very rewarding experience, because when you start shooting, you know, when you start a sport, you think about going to the Olympics or winning medals, and then you sometimes you tend to overlook, you know, that okay, this is also what I can get.
Yeah.
So, and when you're recognized for your efforts, so it really feels good. When I got the Arjuna Award, I was at the Olympics when it was announced. So, and when you are in the Olympic Games, you know, you can't be too excited about anything.
Yeah.
So I had to absorb that happiness also. I was like, okay, fine, we'll think about it later. Let's finish my match first. So, but then ultimately after the Olympic Games, when I got the Arjuna Award, so it's very nice because when you're standing there and they tell you about your journey,
Yeah.
they have a short brief about your journey, what all you have done through, and it's really a proud moment. Your parents are there,
Yeah, they must
and
be so proud.
yeah, so it feels good that when your parents give you so much, they support you so much, and making them see this moment, I think it really feels good.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Any message you have for young girls with big dreams, especially coming from smaller cities?
Yeah.
Any message for them? Any?
I think just fulfill your dreams, just work hard. I would love to give a message to the parents rather than the girls, because it's parent support, you know, that really helps daughters come forward.
Yeah.
Because without the family support, journey becomes a little tough.
Yeah.
Maybe you have to rebel somewhere. So if parents are supportive, I think girls can do wonders.
Yeah.
And I would also like to say that just believe in yourself, and don't be in competition with anyone. You yourself are your most toughest competition.
Yeah.
So don't be in competition with men. We don't have to prove it to anyone.
Yeah.
Because sometimes, you know, girls are like talking about we have to prove this. So we don't need to prove anything to
yeah.
anyone. Just follow your own journey, your instincts, your dreams, your desires, your passion, whatever you want to do, whichever field it is, any field.
Yeah.
But also and be good friends with your parents. And parents should support their daughters.
Yeah, family support
Family
is really
support
important.
is very, very important. So I think that's what they need to do, and stay away from distractions, and focus more on the character building rather than just, you know, social media fame or like that, because that comes, it follows
With
when you
time,
achieve something.
Yeah, true.
So work more on your inner values. Be a good person above all.
Yeah.
No matter what you achieve, if you are not a good person,
Keep your heart clean.
yeah, keep your heart clean. Yeah.
So being in sports, has it given you an edge in life in any way? It must have.
Yeah, it definitely has, because sports teaches you so much. You know,
Yeah.
I always tell, I go to sports events, I always tell the athletes also, young athletes, that it's not just about winning medals. What you
Yeah.
take from this ground,
Yeah.
it's very, very important. It teaches you, like, you know, how to face the failures with,
Yeah.
you know, courage, and then
Yeah.
accept victory with humility.
Yeah.
So all these things, they come through sport, and you know, you work hard, and discipline comes through sport, team building comes through
Yeah.
sport, character building comes through sport. So many qualities which sport teaches you, and I think representing the country and then carrying the weight of expectations, and then that passion for your country, for your flag, all these things, you know, sport teaches you. Yeah, so I think definitely sports persons, if you see, they'll have a different perspective
Yeah, their
towards
mindset
life,
is
the
different.
broader vision. Yeah, the
Yeah.
mindset is different.
How does a normal day in your life look like?
It's the day starts with like daily morning activities. I have some meetings in the morning,
Yeah.
online meetings, and then to office, and then from office it's like working out and spending time with my daughter.
Yeah.
So very fixed routine, but
Nice.
sometimes, yeah, there are off days, and then we like to go out, eat somewhere, or just go for a small drive, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And any affirmation or daily mantra you go by?
Yeah, sports, even during sports, I used to do a lot of self-talk. So, and I'm a very firm believer in God. So I have my praying also as a part
Yeah.
of my daily routine. And it happens according to the time I have, you know. So, but yes, I do take time out to start the day with the positive, affirmations to myself,
Yeah.
and I always never leave home without praying,
Yeah.
So that gives you some extra edge, some courage, to
Yeah.
face the day and just be grateful. And
Yeah.
even during night, I teach my daughter also that be grateful, because I always tell her that we are far more privileged than so many other people. So we have to be thankful. Obviously, we all have desires to
Yeah.
get more or achieve more, but then
Yeah.
you should always be grateful, and that's how I end the day also.
Yeah. We've learned a lot from you today. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
So
Thank you
before
so
we
much.
end this podcast, we do a little rapid fire
Okay.
to make things light and fun.
Yeah, that's okay.
So we will start with the rapid fire.
Sure.
Rifle or revolver?
Rifle.
Rifle.
Yeah.
Okay. Tea or coffee?
Tea.
Your favorite go-to snack before shooting?
Yeah.
Something you like to eat?
It was a fruit most of the time, banana or a
Okay.
chocolate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any guilty pleasure you have?
I don't think so. None.
None?
Yeah.
Okay. Your favorite Punjabi dish that you just cannot resist?
I like rajma chawal and I like butter chicken.
Nice.
Yeah,
Butter
yeah,
chicken.
yeah.
I think all us Punjabis love
Yeah.
butter chicken.
Yeah.
Okay. Tea or green tea?
Tea.
Okay. Yoga or meditation?
Both.
Shooting or police?
Again, both.
Both.
We can't
You
pick
cannot
one.
choose.
Yeah.
Great. It's been a pleasure talking to you today, Avneet.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking out time for us.
Thank you so much.
And may you keep inspiring us all, young people, the youth,
Yeah.
especially women.
Thank you.
And if you guys like the video today, if you like this podcast, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share this video. If you guys like the video today, if you like this podcast, please do not forget to like, subscribe and share this video. And I will see you guys soon.